YouTube, Kurt Curtis, starting off the week a little different this week. It's actually Saturday morning, almost afternoon, and I'm actually bringing a bunch of video games and DVDs that I've collected over time that have had some damage. And I have a local secondhand store for media items and video games and stuff like that. And they have a really good resurfacing machine in the back, like super expensive one. And I've got this done from them before, and the discs always come out great. So I have a box of those that I'm going to bring in today. I kind of just hoard up, stuff that I pick up at sales, and then I see that the disc is just like, I don't feel comfortable selling it because it's too scratched or whatever. I'll do that. I'll bring them here. So I'm going to drop these off. Usually when I do this, my parents actually live not too far from this place. So I usually just hang out there while I wait for them to resurface all the discs. And my dad actually said he has a bunch of sports cards that he has that he wants to sell me. So that'll be interesting to see what he has for me there. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I am back from all of that. It's actually the next day, though. I forgot to record the clips yesterday. It is Sunday now. I'm a little tired. It's in the morning, but let me go over what I did yesterday. So here are all the video games and DVDs that I got resurfaced. And so basically if I find like what I think is at least a decently valuable game or DVD, but it's scratched up, I'll still pick it up for cheap, and then I'll just throw it in a box. And then once I kind of fill this box, I'll bring them in to get resurfaced. But I mean, we got some cool games here. Guitar Hero Metallica, that's decent. So I mean, this game was super scratched, and then look at it now. It's basically brand new. Like, this thing looked like it was like someone drug it across like the sidewalk or something. But yeah, so it works really well. But the problem is, like, I picked up this game for a long time ago, and then now it's finally just going to be able to get listed. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks. But yeah, some DVDs, and let's see. Just show you guys the video games. Wii Sports Resort, SmackDown game. That's, I think, a pretty valuable DVD. I had a couple GameCube games in here too, and they actually came out good. I think GameCube games are pretty tricky because there's high risk that they can get damaged when cleaning them and stuff. Got a Kirby game and Mario Golf. But yeah, not too bad. I'm glad I got that done. Yeah, that local place for me is pretty cool. They always hook up a good deal too. So yeah, not too bad at all. And then while I was waiting for those to get cleaned and resurfaced, I went to my parents' house. So I bought all these sports cards off my dad for $150. My dad rips like sports cards packs all the time, and he keeps some stuff, but for the most part, I don't know, I think he just enjoys opening the packs and stuff. But he does have stuff that he keeps, and he puts stuff aside too. I've sold cards for him on commission before, but this time he asked if I just wanted to buy them outright, and I said yeah, because I prefer to do that anyway. So sorry, my fan just turned on, or the AC. So yeah, that worked out better. Now I'm just taking his word on this. Like, these are not just like random cards from some random packs. These are ones that he put aside that were either like inserts or just good players or interesting cards, good rookie cards, or just rookie cards in general. So he claims it should be pretty easy to make money off of this, and I actually agree too. It looks like it's going to be, but I really don't know the prices of all these. Like, here's a stack of soccer cards, and like I looked up this card, and it goes between like $25 to $50. Like, there was kind of comps all over the place, but like this card alone goes for like that. So I mean, that's a good start. These soccer cards look really cool. I mean, most people aren't really into soccer though, that's the problem. But I mean, these are really nice looking cards, and I'm sure people will still like want them. Like some of these, if these are yellow ones, I think the red ones are a bit better. There's a little bit of research that needs to be done, but if I have any questions, I can just ask him, because he knows way more about it than me. But yeah, those soccer cards I thought looked really cool. Like, here are the red ones. I think those are like the better ones. Yeah, and then there's basketball cards too. Like, here's Alonzo Ball rookie, and I don't know, there's just a bunch of other Kobe White rookie and LaMelo Ball. Like, you guys know me, I use the eBay standard envelope, so I got no problem selling cards. There's some autos, but I don't think they're even good. Another Kobe White. I got no problem selling cards for like $3-4 if I have to. using the eBay standard envelope as a shipping option. So if that's the case, I think it'll do well. I just don't know the value of any of these cards. We'll see. I'll probably keep track of this buy just to see if it was just to see how it does. Yeah, these are kind of cool, like the red, white, and blue. Yeah, with like sports cards, there's so many different variations of each card and the colors and stuff, and it's crazy. And then I got some stacks of football cards as well. I'm not too familiar with football. If I know the most of anything, it'd be basketball, but still, like these days, I don't keep up with it like as much as I used to. Yeah, these are cool looking. But yeah, there's a total of 177 cards here, so it comes out to about 84 cents a piece. And then here is just like, I'm not gonna go through them, but here's a whole nother stack. I mean, all these cards aren't in top loaders yet, but I mean, just all more cards. And here too, it's just a ton of cards. There's even some soccer and basketball in here. They're not all football. And then a few more here. So yeah, this will be interesting. I love selling cards because they're just really easy. Whoa, I almost dropped my camera. Really easy. They're just easy to deal with. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Should be pretty cool. It is Monday morning. I have 12 eBay orders to pack up and ship out today. Not too bad. Good start to the week. Some of the items are at the storage unit. We'll get to those in a minute. Let's go over everything I have in the eBay room here. Sold this hockey card. This ended up selling for $2.99. Next up, I sold this band t-shirt, Mets. This is a pretty cool looking shirt. I think I got this at a thrift store for like a couple bucks. And this ended up selling for $19.99. Sold this Hot Wheels treasure hunt that sold for $9.99. This Hot Wheels vintage collection car sold for $14.99. Got a Marvel 91 card going out, Venom, that sold for $3.99. Sold this like Hallmark ornament stand thing. I shouldn't have bought this. I've had it for a very long time too. Finally sold for $8.69. Just glad to get rid of that. That was a bad buy. Sold another one of these Hot Wheels cars. This like little double pack thing with a small car. That one sold for $13.99. And I also sold a Marvel vs. DC card, Dr. Doom, that sold for $2.99. All right, I'm at the storage unit. I have 4 more items to pull. After I do that, I have some items to inventory. Got some books, and then I listed some of the soccer cards already. And just this little small stack of soccer cards, the listing total came up to like over $170. Obviously, I'm not going to get my full asking price on all these. Like some of them might sit, they'll end up on sale. I might accept some offers or something. But that's just crazy. This small stack of cards, $170 something. So that sports card haul is going to end up being pretty good, I think. Let's go over what I have to pick still. First up is one of these anime DVDs. Save, Speed Grapher. This ended up selling for $19.99. That is pre-owned. Not too bad at all. Sold a book. This Persuasions of the Witch's Craft. This ended up selling for $14.99. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for that at a garage sale. I have a Marvel 95 card cable that sold for $1.99. And then last up, I have a 64 game going out, FIFA Soccer, and that sold for $9.99. It is Wednesday. I actually have 15 eBay orders going out today, so that's pretty good. Just giving you guys a heads up. Typically when I do these, like lay everything out on the table and go over what's sold, I literally just woke up like a few minutes ago. That's why sometimes I don't have a lot of energy when I do it and I sound pretty tired. That's why I just woke up like a few minutes ago and then I just start filming, start getting to work. But yeah, pretty good day here. Let's go through everything that's sold. Some of the items are at the storage unit. We'll get to those in a minute. First up, sold this DC vs. Marvel card, the Ray and Nova, that sold for $2.49. I sold this vintage mask jackhammer instruction manual, and this thing ended up selling for $10.22. Not too bad. I sold a magic card, Harvester of Souls, that sold for $2.29. I sold this lot of 4 McDonald's Bulbasaur cards. These are the non-hollows. This lot sold for $5.69. Next up, I sold a lot of 3 The Wedding Planners books, kids books, and This lot sold for $12.99. I probably got those at like the thrift store for 30 cents a piece. Next up, I sold another Marvel vs. DC card, the Mole Man versus Penguin, and that sold for $1.99. Sold this hockey card that ended up selling for $4.99, not too bad. I sold one of these Hot Wheels Treasure Hunt 68 Cougar that sold for $9.99. Next up, I sold this old Dickie shirt. I don't know why I picked this up. I think I thought it was vintage at the time. I've had this thing listed probably a couple years, but it wasn't. It's just a regular old Dickie shirt. And it finally ended up selling for $7.59. Just glad to get rid of that. Sold one of these refreshment CDs. This is one of the CDs I have a bunch of copies of. This one sold for $16.99. That is sealed. And then I also sold these vintage lacing beads, some like old toy or something. And these sold for $18.47. I am at the storage unit. I have 4 more orders to pull to ship out today. First up, I sold a DVD. This basic folk guitar. This is pre-owned. This sold for $19.99. Not too bad at all. Let's see here. Next up, I sold a lot of Chronicles of Narnia books, the complete set 1 through 7. And this lot sold for $17.99. These, for me at least, sell pretty quickly if you can get a full set. There's obviously a bunch of different variations of the covers. You can even get some more money for the vintage ones if you can find those. But yeah, I always pick those up. But you got to get them cheap because there's 7 books in the set, you know, so probably don't want to be paying $1 a book for something like that. But still, those things always sell pretty quick for me. Next up, I actually sold one of these soccer cards already. This guy right here sold for $34.99. Not too bad at all. I will take it. And then last up, I sold a Marvel 94 card, Marvel Universe Psylocke, that sold for $1.99. It is early Friday morning. I have 17 eBay orders to pack up and ship out today, so pretty big shipping day here. A lot of the items are at the storage unit, so we'll get to those in a bit. Let's go over what's here in the eBay room, though. First up, sold a Flair 94 Marvel card, Bone Claws, this Wolverine card that sold for $3.49. Next up, I have a viewer sale. My man Frank picked up 3 football cards. Frank always picks up cards for me and other items as well for my store, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Picked up this guy right here, sold for $1.99. Mar Jackson sold for $1.99, and this guy here, I can't pronounce those, sold for $1.99 as well. His total was $5.97. Once again, thank you, Frank. Appreciate it very much. Next up, I had one person pick up 2 CDs. These are both brand new, sealed. These Roger Klein CDs. This one here sold for $19.99, and this one down here sold for, let's see, $16.91. So this person's total was $36.90. Both these CDs are CDs that I have a bunch of copies of. Like this, I think I've sold like 2 or 3 of these, and I think I still have like 3 left. This, I think I've only sold like 1 or 2, but I probably have at least 10 to 15 copies of this left. So really good sale there. Next up, I sold another football card. This one ended up selling for $2.99. I had someone pick up this lot of 2 Flesh and Blood cards, sold for $2.99. There's 2 cards in there. I just put them both in the top loader. A lot of these football cards didn't even make it to the storage unit. Once I list items, I put them in like a little box. And then whenever I make my next trip over there, when I do my shipping Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I bring all the items I listed. But yeah, all these football cards didn't even make it. This one here sold for $1.99. Next up, I sold this Hot Wheels car. This ended up selling for $12.99. Next up, I have another viewer sale. Anthony picked up this Trey Lance card. This ended up selling for $1.99. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it very much. Also sold this Trevor Lawrence card that ended up selling for $3.99. I actually had one more item sell that I have here in the eBay room. I just forgot to do it in the last clip, but I sold this vintage Prince tennis shirt. It's kind of raggedy. It is single stitched though. I think I got this for $2 at an estate sale. This ended up selling for $14.99. All right, I'm at the storage unit to pull the remaining orders. I do have a bunch of football cards I listed, so I'm gonna have to inventory these afterwards. But yeah, let's go over what else sold. I sold these pair of boots, nothing crazy, Canyon River Blues boots. These are men's boots. They sold for $29.99. They're gonna have to ship priority. I don't remember what I paid for them, but probably not much. So there's still money to be made there. Not too bad. I mean, those even sold during the summer, so I guess it is worth still having boots listed. I actually listed those recently too, so pretty nice. Next up, I sold a DVD. This is pre-owned. Last of the Dogmen. This sold for $12.99. I sold a CD and Celine Dion. This is sealed. Sold for $9.99. And then last up, I sold a book, one of these vintage books from that book haul. That book haul was just so stupid. The Kid Who Batted 1,000. This sold for $29.99. I paid, after the half-price books discounted, I paid like $27 for like all these books, just this one. $29.99. Get the broom. While I was at the storage unit, I had another item sell. Nothing crazy here, but this Magic Kaldheim art card ended up selling for $249. I'm gonna go ahead and get this shipped out today as well. It is time for the numbers for the week. This week I had a total gross sales of $486.98. After fees and shipping and all that, my net was $304.40. I didn't go to any sales this week. Picking up those sports cards was all the sourcing that I needed, so I didn't go to garage sales or estate sales or anything like that. But it is what it is. That's just how it's going to be sometimes. Link to my eBay stores in the video description. Thank you to Frank and Anthony for picking up some sports cards from me. Appreciate it very much. And stack dividends, sweep floors. Until next time. Two cats and a bottle of Jack. I quit drinking beer cause I started to get fat like a walrus, puffing down nugget. I just learned how to do a pop shove it. Damn, he just cleared a two-stair with his hands in the air like he just don't care. Yo man, I got to go, I got a gig uptown playing the saxophone.